This is the backpack. I have been using it, this backpack, but especially for you guys, it doesn't have anything in there. I can actually do this without any problems there because there's no gear in it at this moment. So don't worry, it's going to be okay. So we're going to talk about an in real life backpack and what it is, how you can use it, and we're going to build it together here. Now, unfortunately, I have already built it, so I have everything lying around, so like the camera is right here in front of me. But we'll do it together so you can see what's in it, how you can use it, and what you can do with it. So let's get this party started. And welcome to the show, welcome to Taekwondo. My name is Petra Verbruggen, and normally you will see something here, but not today. Hey, it happens. Welcome. I really appreciate each and everybody of you to be here, especially these people that are right here, right now. Thank you, Kathleen, for being here, for instance. She's also one of our roommates. Roommate for me is a person that is subscribed on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch. But well, on Twitch is on Twitch itself, but also on my website, which is right there, taekwondo.net. There you can support the show with $5, $15, or $25. It is real. Sorry, $5, $10, or $25 a month. Yes, it is a month, but I am so happy with each and every part of it, because with this I can actually make the show, and thank you so much to each and every one of you. Kathleen was also in the house, and she just said that's so funny. I always dance to our closing music. I do that also. It's just I love my music. I love the way that it's listened, and relating to the pre-show was that yes, indeed, the AC is a wonderful thing, the air conditioner, because yes, the air conditioner is still here. Let me show it. There it is. You can see it right there, just below the comments. Really something that unfortunately I need this year. Anywho, let's start the show. Let's talk about it. So first of all, let's talk about first of all, let's talk about in real life. What is an in real life stream? So in real life is actually everything which is not in the studio, right? So you're out and about doing some cool stuff, and you're just, using your phone. You can actually use your phone, a live stream with an F, and talk about and show you some behind the scenes stuff, and that kind of thing. And you can go outside and do cool stuff, but it is in your phone, so it is shaking. It is with the camera that is on your phone. It is still a very valid solution, and you should stick with whatever you have. That's the first thing. So whatever I'm talking about today on Facebook and on YouTube, it is not necessarily that you need it, but it takes you to just another level of professionalism. So that is the reason why I do it, but it's also more fun. I'm going to talk about that, so don't worry about it. Okay, so an in real life backpack is essentially everything that you need to go live. Now, we already talked about the live use solo in a separate episode of Taekwondo. This device is what bonds cellular 4G networks, in this case 2 of them, and the bonding practice is actually what it does is that it stacks the data footprint. So for instance, you have this amount of data for one card, but you have this amount of data for both cards, which means that your quality of service is better, right? So the chances that you lose your signal, that something is going wrong, you don't have the quality that you want, is less. So that is the first thing. So you want to bond 2 SIM cards. Now in this case, this Live Use Solo does not have a entry point for SIM cards, you have to have a modem. Now this is, for instance, a modem. It is a Huawei LTE Wingle E8372, and it actually contains a SIM card right there. So this is one of SIM cards, but so what I did is that I actually incorporated here the name of the service. So that's KPN, so that's like AT&T for instance, and a shortened IP address. And I need that because because I have 2 times the same modem, I needed to change the IP address. So this one ends with 81 and this one ends with 72. And this one has Vodafone, Vodafone, and this one has KPN, which is a cellular network. So these needs to be added to this machine to have a bonded signal. The more the merrier. You have out of the box, when you buy this product, you need to purchase these 2 separately, but out of the box you can have 4, not 2, 4 possibilities to connect a SIM card. The more SIM cards that you have, the more chance of a better signal that you'll have. Which 4 are those? 2 times USB, 1 time Wi-Fi, which is of course not wired, and the third one is a network adapter. So what you will see today is that I have 2 times a USB modem, but I will also buy and talk about this one, the Ethernet. I strongly believe in wired connections because Wi-Fi is not that strong. So I'm probably not going to invest in that part, but I will definitely invest in this part in the future, but I don't have it yet. All right, so that is to set the stage. The modems and this one are, sorry, the modems are charged by the LiveView Solo. So this is the LiveView Solo again. This is charged by the LiveView Solo. But the LiveView Solo can only handle up to 2 hours of video, which is important to know. Another thing is that you want to have a camera. This is the Sony FDR 3000, which is a very great camera. I will be talking about this camera later on. I did do some updates. I added a filter, which is not out of the box. So this is a, let me get it off. So this is the camera. This is the camera without this thing. This is a dead cat, which allows you to have a little bit less of a windy condition going on if you're outside. And this is just an additional filter that I've put on. So this is a very nice camera. It is 4K, but we are not going to use 4K with this system. We are only going to produce 720 at this moment. Let me see. Floyd says, watching you on a projector using the Apple TV and it's looking so good. Thank you, Floyd. Thank you so much. It is really also, I love it when you guys are doing cool stuff. So I'm very happy with that. So those are the things. So that this one, of course, has a battery. That battery needs to be charged very frequently. This is not going to handle 2 hours by itself. That's another thing. So you are getting a bit of an idea what I'm talking about, right? It's power management. There is a power management thing there. Kathleen says, every time I see that camera, I'm surprised how small it is. Yes, it is as small as this. You can actually hold it in your hand. It is really very small. And it is really a good camera because it also has a very good stabilization. So, but when we're going back, power. And the other device that I don't have yet is also having a power. So, bottom line, I need power, right? So, I need a lot of power. I need a amazingly amount of power. So, I bought this beast. Ugh. Don't worry about that. This is my company. Don't worry about that. This is just, but this is the Power Oak battery, 50,000 milliamp hour. It is a very heavy system, and it has quite some ports that I'm going to show you in the other camera right here. So these are the ports that it has. It has a 12 volts. Sorry about this. So here it says on, right? No, it does not say on. It says no. So why does it say no? We're going to talk about why it says no. Then we have 12 volts. That's important because 12 volts is needed for the live use solo. Then we got 4 times a USB port, 1.2 milliampere or 1.2 ampere or 1.0. The camera is on 1.0. There will be a iPhone is also getting some power here, and I still have 2 left. One of them is going to go to the new product that I don't have yet, but we're definitely going to talk about it when I have it. It's a Netgear Nighthawk M1. The reason why this is an important thing is that it actually can handle a real Ethernet connection. Remember the Ethernet connection that we were talking about? That is really important. This thing is heavy. It's really, really heavy. Oh yeah, why did I say no here? Because that is 20 volts. It can handle up to 20 volts, but I don't want to do that because if I put my live view in this one, all hell will break loose. So I don't want to have that. So that's the reason why I put that sticker on, so that I don't have to handle that problem. So that's it. That is the only reason because of that. Really? No 1080p, only 720p? Okay, so here's the thing, Amy. It can handle, I can do HD. That's no problem. The only thing is that the amount of data that you need to push through is so high that it will cost you quite a lot of money. Serious money, right? I mean, if you want to have an unlimited plan, you have to, an unlimited plan with 4 channels like this. In the US, it will cost you a whopping $550 per month. Gonna hold my breath now. Yes, that's right. $550 per month. Then it's truly unlimited. You can do whatever you want. You can stream whatever you want. You can go full HD. I am not that I am just a normal person. I don't have that money. So what I have now is that I have 3 SIM cards. 2 of them I currently use, but there's going to be a third. And those 3 together enables me to go live about 10, at least 10, almost 100% for sure 12 hours, but then after that it's done. 12 hours is still a lot if you look at a monthly show, right? So I'm very, very happy with 12 hours. So so that is the reason why I have 3 parts. Hey Joyce, what's going on? Hello, welcome to the show, by the way. Very nice of you to be here. This is TechCon, where we're geeking out on technology, and you probably know this product. That's the next. Let me see. Floyd says, I have thought you were going to show an ice reactor from Iron Man. I was thinking about that, Floyd, but I don't know. I still need to get some plutonium and iridium, and then maybe I can do it. But it will take some time to get that, right? So probably not at this moment. So yeah, so it made sense. So yeah, of course, you can still go for the unlimited IRL pack. It's on Gunrun TV, gunrun.tv. So you can see. Oh no, it's no. I'm lying. It's on unlimited IRL. Yes, it's on unlimitedIRL.com. There you can find it. So it's about $559 per month. Um, if you can manage that, that is, yeah, you have a turnkey solution, right? It's great, but unfortunately, I don't have that money. Okay, so yes, Joyce says it looks familiar, and she's referring to the LiveView Solo, which, yeah, we love. I love, at least. All right, so that's a little bit of a backstory to let you understand why do you need that backpack? Why not just clip this on your on your belt and just walk around, which is totally fine. It can do it, but I want to stream longer than 2 hours. In that case, I need to have something more as a battery. So that's the reason why I needed to get that battery. I'm trying to make some room. So I went to a website, and I'm gonna shout out to him, and it is gunrun.tv. So gunrun.tv is a website. Gunrun is a person. Jason is his, I think his real name. But he is somebody who works for Twitch, and he basically invented the backpack IRL, and it's based on the LiveView. And so I just looked at what he did, and I am going to show you what it looks like. Now, in all fairness, I removed everything today just to let you know how this is working, how you can use this backpack for in real life. Now, why this backpack? So let's start with that. The LiveView is a great product. I mean, sorry, it's like I'm working for them. It's not the case, but I, generally speaking, really love this product in all its aspects. At first, I had it in the backpack, so in the backpack itself. And the thing is that because it's a streaming device, it gets amazingly hot. Amazingly, it has to do quite a lot, right? And in order to take care of that, you actually need to give it some more air. This backpack has this pouch right here, and this fits in perfectly. It fits in perfectly. It's like it's made for it. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna put this one in, this LiveView, into the backpack. Then we're gonna route it from down to up, and then we're gonna connect the camera and do all kinds of cool parts. This stream is gonna take some time, but at least you can never say that you didn't know what to do, right? So first of all, let's start with the LiveView. So the LiveView fits like a glove, right? So I'm gonna show it again one more time. It fits like a glove, right? It's perfect. The only thing is that if you would put in a HDMI cable, for instance, or a USB cable, let me show you. I have here an HDMI cable. If I would put that in here, it sticks out, right? It actually adds quite some dimensions to it. Furthermore, the cable here can actually break because of that. So we need to do something about that. The same thing goes for all the other stuff as well. So the first thing that you need to do is that you need to make the footprint as small as you can. So what we're going to do in a minute is that I'll start the process of showing you how you can change that. Let me get rid of some garbage. It maybe looks like a big studio, but it's definitely not the case. So, all right, I'm going to put my LiveView Solo right here, and I will show you full screen what I'm going to do. So first of all, let's go into this one. Boom. Okay. All right, the LiveView. All right. So first of all, these two parts you get with the unit. And the cool part is that it's already angular. So here you can see that the USB devices are angular, and that is great. So what you typically, when you get it, you actually put it in like so. Like so. So it goes to the top and then goes to the bottom. Now, we don't want that. We want it the other way around. So the only thing that you need to do is to switch it to the other location, and then it goes via the downwards, like so. There you go. So it goes downwards. And then, of course, you want to, you can actually put your modems right here, but the couch is still very small. So you want to extend that cable. So we have two cables that are actually just plain USB cables. This is just straightforward USB 3. And what we'll do is that we'll connect them on this side so that we have those connected. So let's try that. The other way around, of course. Of course, the other way around. It's always with USB. It's like so. And that one goes like here. Hey David, what's going on? All right, so now we have those two installed. And now we're gonna start to talk about the HDMI. Remember, I have an HDMI plug, which is straight. So this is an HDMI cable. I'm gonna show you here on the, so this is a standard HDMI cable, but it's not angled. So I have this product right here. This is a HDMI adapter that actually angles your connection. So if I would put this one here, see, and now it's angled. So now I can actually put it in right here. Look at that. Still very slim. See? So now it goes all the way down and you don't have the problem with that. Next up, power. Power is of course majorly important for the 12 volts that it needs. So we're gonna put that one right in here. Now I did see that it's better to put it a little bit like so. So now you have it like so. See? Now, of course, in the future, when I need this port, I need to change that a little bit. So then, in that case, I'll just put it right here. And here for this one, this port, this Ethernet port, there's also the possibility to have an angular connection. So that is definitely possible. So again, a additional cable. So we actually have now on this at this moment in time two USB modems, one HDMI cable, and one power adapter. Now, what is very vitally important, which is very important, because I already broke an HDMI cable, hint hint, is that you really make sure that the HDMI port goes under the device all the way around and then goes up. Not earlier than that. So that's really important, because you will break your HDMI cable. I'm sure of that. So now we're going to make sure that everything is taken care of. So we're going to move these parts up. And the thing is that you need to be careful not to break your cables. Your cables are important. And make them as small as possible. I mean, put them together in a tight knot, like so. And the last one is the. So these 4 cables need to be connected somehow. So what I do, which is different than what I saw on I use tie wraps. So this is a little bit of a different way of working than Gunrun does, but I use tie wraps, and I did. I thought I forgot the. And at this moment, only use one. Why? Because in case of issues, you want to make sure that you are able to fix the problem, and you don't have to do too much. So only make them one cable, like so. I'm going to show it to you what it looks like. So here you go. One cable is coming out. And this is what it looks like on the front, on the back. Let me go back. So this is what it looks like on the back, like so. And it will be a very nice product, I think. Hey David, what's going on? David Foster is in the house. Let me see, I have some... Kathleen says, those Angular cords are brilliant. Yes, they are. A little bit less of a problem, so it makes it more compact, more easy to use. And David says, I used electrical tape. Electrical tape. Ah, that's interesting. I need to talk to you. And the cable tied to the rescue. Yes, it is definitely the case, Floyd. So yes, so we have now a tight package, as you can see right here, a tight package. So that means that we can actually finally start to put it into the backpack, like so. And let me remove this one very quickly. And this has to go with some, let me say, with some love. It takes some time. This is not something that you need to hurry. Again, make sure that the HDMI cable goes under the system, not directly to the top, because it will break. I know that from my own experience. And then let's put it in. Take your time. It doesn't have to be quick. It has to be good. All right. In all fairness, I have two HDMI cables waiting. For if there is something going wrong, I can actually fix it. So, okay. So now that looks good, right? That looks good. It's in there. You can actually use the system like so. You have the buttons here, and now we have the next part. Note that I'm not going to remove this one yet. Normally, of course, you have a scissor, and no, I will do that now. But normally I'll not do that, because you want to be able to fix it when something is going wrong. Then the cool part is, and this is the beauty of this backpack. Again, this backpack, I have already used it. I know it's going to work, but I wanted to go through the whole process so that you exactly know how this is working. Oh, a lot of people going to join talking. Wait a second. Just an idea, but they make re-releasing cable ties. This is a re-releasing cable tie. It is. And David says, I think the cable ties are better. Actually, the tape can get your cables all sticky. Yeah, I love it, David. It is really good, and I'm now using a few of them, but I actually have a few of them just lying around. These already being used, and I can still reuse them, so that's great. For the 12-volt cable, I wonder if they also make those angled. I think that would be the help potentially. It is angled, David. Look, it is angled. So I have an angled one. So I think that that's great. Floyd says, I didn't wrap Elizabeth when she was a baby as careful as you just tucked in the Live View Solo. I am very careful with my gear, Floyd. I cannot say more than that. I am really, really careful with it. So, all right. Okay, let's open up. So the cool part of this backpack is that it actually has a back compartment. Now for this video, this is set in scene. I actually put back the fillings that it comes with. So this is what it comes with. Some fillings. Yep, there we go. These can all be removed. So that's exactly what I'm doing as the first thing that I did. The first time that I did this, I just removed all of them in one go, like so. Boom, gone. Checking if Kermit is not in the house. Boom, gone. And what you have now is a very nice part. It's fully empty. It's great. And guess what? What is the best thing to put in there? The PowerOak 50,000 milliamps. The K2 version is that what I have, and yes, again, mark this port. This is the 20 volts port. You don't want to have the 20 volts on your connected to your live view. So that's a way it says. You can say on because it's the on button, but you can also say no here. So just to let you know, you don't want to break stuff. You don't want to break stuff. Send me the link of that one. Yes, David, I will. Actually, it's part of the PowerOak, David. And we'll keep that our secret, Floyd. What was that secret? I have no clue. That's nice. Cool. All right. Okay, so this is I just put in the this one, the power app. Unfortunately, I don't have a top-down look, so you have to believe it's there. But we're gonna put in the cables first. Talk about cable management. So these are the cables that we have. Again, 2 times USB, 1 time 12 volts, and 1 time the HDMI cable. And like I said when I started, I am planning to buy also the Netgear Nighthawk M1, which allows me to also use the Ethernet port. I think for me, 3 SIM cards is enough. I have very strong signal already, but 4 is of course better, and 4 must be a Wi-Fi product. But I only have 2 at this moment, but there will be a third because I think I need it. So that's the reason why. The one they sent me was not angled. I got the same battery. That's not so nice, David. Okay, so what we need to do now, and I'll try to show that on the close-up. Let me see if I can get that organized so that you can actually see that. Yes, this is gonna be okay. All right. Okay, let's show it to you. Boom, like so. Okay, so here you have the power brick. This is the Live View Solo. Here comes your cables right here. I'll just remove all the cables from this so that you can see how it looks like. And then the only thing that you need to do is to put the power, the 12 volts of power, in the battery, like so. That's the first one. Then we still have the camera and the iPhone in a bit, but this one we can already put in here so that you can actually see that it's already getting a little bit better. And now comes the part where you have to put all these cables into the top position. And why do you need to do that? Because the battery and the signal needs to be separated. separated. And the cool part is that the backpack comes with this. Can you see that? Let me try to show it to you. You can actually go into this part like so, and then just put them all in. Just get them out of the way as quickly as possible. So get them into the front end, the top end of your backpack, like so. Just remove them. Don't worry about it at this moment. It's gonna be okay. And what I typically what I did last time is that I actually put in a small that is not fully straight, so that the cables are actually loose. So there's just a little bit of an angle going on here, and not fully immediately to the top. That is to prevent the cables from breaking again. Other part. Let's go back to other part. A iPhone or Android cable needed for checking out your comments, starting up the live view via the live view portal. Maybe if you have another kind of portal that we're going to talk about at the later stage, then you can also use it there for that. But this is very vital for comments, so we put that into the unit again, like so. I prefer to have the iPhone on 1.2 ampere because it uses quite a lot of power. And we'll just put it again, like every other cable, in the top position, like so. Just get it out of the way, one by one. What we're going to do in the meantime is that we're going to add some tie wraps to make them all look pretty and together, but not at the same time. First, this is a USB port, a mini USB port for the camera, who also needs some power. So we're gonna add that too. And then I'll check your comments in a bit. Or don't worry, I will come to your comments. But I just wanted to get this all connected first. Again, Taekwondo, sorry, we don't want to make it 5 minutes. We really want to talk about it very thoroughly, that at least you can see whatever I do. So, boom. At this moment, we have the 12 volts battery for the live view. We have 1.2 ampere for the iPhone. We got 1.0 ampere for the Sony camera, and then we have still 2 left. One of them will be for the Nighthawk, which I will be buying this year, and the other one is for eventually maybe a 4th, but at this moment I don't see a reason for doing that. Okay, so now we see quite a lot of cables, and those cables need to be managed, right? So what I'll do is that I'll manage them for now for a bit by putting in some tie wraps, and I will show you what it looks like in a minute. So I'll just add it's just 2 or 3 of them. Tie wraps are not that expensive, but this is what it looks like now. So here you have all the cables. Here you have the battery, and these are all the cables that are put together. And what I'll do is that I'll put one here. This one. Yeah, they're not that cheap, but on the other hand, looking at the total amount of money that you put in to get this backpack, they are not that expensive. So better make them 2, and 3. So now it looks like, oh sorry, let me remove this. I promised you to check some comments. I have to go back to a lot of people. Let me go to my full screen so that I can see you. Hi. All right. Send me the link. A special pocket for the Power Beast. Yes, so the Power Beast, Amy, should be separate because of the heat, but also because, yeah, it makes it more also pleasant to use, right? Because your if you put on the backpack, you want to have the heavy load as low as possible. So that's also for your own comfort better. Okay. I already talked about that, David. Indeed, I'll check what I can do. So they like Petra better than David? I guess so. No, I think that they love you, David. I love you. You know that, right? Amy says, "Wow, that's a perfect backpack for this." Yes, it is. It's like it's made for it, right? It's beautiful. Don't want to derail the show, but I'm so curious what the camera knew was talking about. Your opinion about. I can't talk about that. I will talk about that later. It's so funny, Floyd. It's really great. It is related, by the way. So, what I have now is I have the backpack. I can actually show it again. This is what it looks like. And the cool part is the battery actually comes with this nice pouch. And within this, I actually put in the power adapter. And another tip is mark your adapters. So this is just says Power Oak. So I always know that this is from the Power Oak. And the cool part is, I actually put it right between the battery and the cables. So now it looks like this. Really, really nice. So it's gone. So now you can just close it, like so. On this side also. And you have to be a little bit careful around the corner, but now you can actually see the beauty of it. If I show you let me see, yeah, like so. This is what I mean. This is, so you have the live view unit right here. It's getting a little bit low, so it can be a little bit higher if you want. So you can have a little bit more space. And then you can see right here, it actually goes in this way right there. So that's all the cables that you have. That's all. It's gone. There are no cables dangling around. That's it. Ain't that beautiful? I love that. I really do. But we're not done yet. Because remember, we have quite some cables in this top position. A lot of cables. I mean, what is that word again? The P word, David? For peripheral or something? I don't know. You know what I mean. I've heard you say it a few times. So you need to get all of these cables untangled. So they have to be as straight as possible, like so. So now, if I go to this area, you can actually see they're all straight. Very nice, very done. So now that we have that, we are going to, let me try to get that in a situation that you can actually see it. So let me make sure that this is going well. All right, hopefully this is better for you guys. Okay, so we have all these cables coming out, right? So the gray one, this is for the camera. There's also another one, which is the mini HDMI port. This is this one. So these two are for the camera. So these two need to be wired separately. Now this is where I think that what David does is better with the tape. But management-wise, I still like the tie wrap idea. So because if you break a cable, it's easier to remove them, and in all fairness, this is not that expensive. So I'll just add a few of them for now. You can take as much as you want. I like to start within the back at least with the first one. I don't want to have it separately because I want to have a long enough cable to actually do some serious moving around. Remember, I had already one that I already used, so I'm gonna try that one now. It's a little bit more difficult, but it will work eventually, like so, right? So I actually reuse this one right now, which is brilliant, right? So it's a little bit more difficult because you have to get a little bit more attention to it, but there you go. Probably gonna use another one. It's not that perfect. Like so. That's one. Another one. Just a few to make it so that you are in charge. And the only thing is that, look at this. This is of course something that you don't want to have. Different heights. So you want to make sure that this one, the gray one, can actually go back a little bit into the to the backpack, so that you don't have to worry about those, like so. So this is almost the perfect length, the same length, like so. Plethora of cables, plethora of cables. Yes, plethora of cables. That's exactly what. That was that's what I learned from David. Actually, David was talking about that a few, I don't know, maybe a few years ago even. I was like, oh, I need to understand. I need to know that word because it was a cool word. I'm gonna remove that one that I actually already used, but I'll leave it for now. It's fine for now. And then we'll just remove the unwanted parts. 1, 2. I have to be a little bit careful if you have a if you have a pet that it doesn't want to chew it. But this is nice enough. So this is one cable, which is actually 2. And this one goes into the camera, which of course I am off. Ah, there it is. These go into the camera, like so. Boom. That's all. That's all. This is now connected. It actually is connected also to the battery, which is great. Okay, then what I do is that I just put this one bottom down into the back. Like so. Get rid of it. Don't want to see it at this moment. Now I still have 3 cables left. 2 of them go into the backpack for the modems. Of course, this is the other way around. Always the stupid thing. 1. And now it comes. So what I do with these is that I actually put them in this part. So I have here a nice small part where I can actually put those in, and then they are out of sight and they are separate to the rest. So I still have a little bit of a cable management going on there, and the only cable that is left is this white one here, and that one is for the iPhone, and that actually goes in on the opposite side, but that's me. And what I do with this one is that I just roll it up, because I only need it when I have the phone with me, and I just put it into this pouch right here, so it's out of the way. And there you have it, all cable managed and all. And this looks great. This is ready, right? There you have it. Perfectly great. Everything is in the box. And we're done, right? No. No, we're not done. Also, you want to have a place to put your camera on, the backpack. So in order to do that, you'll have, for instance, this strap from Sony, which you can just put in right like so. Now, this you need to put it on and make sure that it's on the right height. So I'm not doing that now for the sake of time, but that is what you typically should do. And so here you have it on location, so you can put it right on your backpack, and you can just put it on the camera, and you don't have anything in your hands. It's all apart from your phone for comments. And the last thing that I want to talk to you about is one more component which is amazingly perfect, is this thing. This is a Benro handheld, selfie stick. But it's also it's a tripod, like so. You can just, let me remove, just for now, this. So it's a tripod, you can put it right here, but you can actually make this very high. I mean, very high. Like so. And the cool part is that you can actually put it into your backpack, like so. Like so, and put it in the opposite side of the live view, like so. Yeah, and there is this nice small part here, but if you're a little bit like me and you think, no, I want to make sure that it stands upright, you can just put it right here, make sure it's tight, and then you can use it like so. Put your camera on top of this, and it will stand. It will stand perfectly, like so. And you can talk to it, and you know, have an in real life stream without having it, without holding it, etc. So there you have it, the backpack in real life, backpack, courtesy of Gunrun TV. I mean, he did the design. I just made it a little bit mine, but most of it is his. I think it was a great thing what he did. I really love it. I can show you his website. Because it is really because of him that I can actually do that. So let me later try tonight. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's show it to you. So this is the Gunrun TV website. What you can see here is that you can learn how to build it. If you click on here, you can actually see the part list, the build guide, and the owner's guide, and it will also show you exactly what is in there and how you can do that. So my backpack is a little bit different, but it is really a nice website, a very nice, well done website. And he's a cool guy anyway, so And in all fairness, I am going to the States in October, and I'm actually going to reach out to him to talk about the unlimited plan, if I can actually have that for 1 month if I'm there. But we'll see if that is possible. All right, let's go to the comments. Let me try. No, that's the wrong one. First of all, this one is very important. Let me see. Impressive cable management, says Amy. Yes, thank you very much, Amy. Let me see. And plethora of cables. Kathleen says, oh, so the modems don't need to be outside of the backpack. No, they do not. Now you have to be careful with that, Kathleen. Everything that is in between the modem and the air is, of course, limiting it. But as far as I can see, the amount that the amount that it decreases is nothing for me. It's really not needed. So it's perfect for me. Floyd says, great setup. That is cool. Love that. About how much does it weigh with everything in there? Well, let me just show you like this. I can carry it with one finger. It's heavy with one finger. That is the case, but it is really doable. Oh my God, I picked up one of those after seeing it in your earlier stream. Love it. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Kathleen. And Jordan is also in the house. He says, hi, Petra. Nice website where he shared what he learned. Yes. So this is backpack number 5, I think. It was like the 5th design that he had. So it is really something that he has been working on quite a lot. And I use it, and to my best knowledge, I try to make it as good as possible. That's a show. That's all that I have time for you today. I hope that you enjoyed it. It has been quite an hour worth of information. A lot of parts have been discussed. I've talked about, for instance, a cable management. This is from the company called Ugreen. Smart Digital Life. It's an angled HDMI port. This is also in micro HDMI cable. It's about 6 feet. This is the backup plan, so to speak. We have more than one, just in case. And oh, all right. You picked up the tripod. It works great. Yes, it does. It is a really good tripod, and it's not expensive at all. So that is something that you can check out. So what I didn't touch about was the I'll show you what I meant. So it's a Netgear Nighthawk M1. So let me show you what it looks like. I'll take the, I hope this is English, because typically they see that it's Dutch, but I'll just talk about it. No worries about it. So this is the product that I'm talking about. It's a mobile router, Nighthawk M1. If I click on it and make it a little bit then you can see this is the cool part of it. Oh, that's not possible, sorry. It actually has a Ethernet port right here. And that makes it very, very interesting. At least that's what I think. Amy says, thank you for the step-by-step. Always, you know, I love that too. I love to be very thorough. My streams are sometimes long, I know, but at least you can never ever say that you haven't, that I didn't touch about it. So that is, I think, great. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure to see all of you lovely faces. If you are not a subscriber to this channel, go ahead and subscribe on Facebook or on YouTube. But also, very important, I also have a Twitch show, which I want to talk to you very briefly. And if you want to see that, you can actually head over to... You can actually go to that site, twitch.tv/techcondo, and that is, I hope, where I can also see you. The lights will be different there. I've decided that we have Facebook Blue and Twitch Purple starting this week. So I hope that you love this. I'll see you next week. We will be talking about the Sony FDR camera in maybe next week already. Just wanted to get that off my plate because it has been something that I have in my possession for a long time, but I really want to really talk about it. Jordan says, I missed a router. I do not understand what you mean by that. It was the Nighthawk M1 from Netgear. And I actually have 2 modems already in the backpack. That's it. See you around. Bye. See you next week. Same time, same place. Bye. It's not working. Jeez. And now I have to figure out which one it is. End credits. That's it. Okay. Bye.